Hi everyone, welcome to the session. In this session, I am continuing Caselet data interpretation. First of all, we need to read the given information carefully which is provided in this passage, whatever the passage which is given in the Caselet data interpretation. Based on that information, we need to get all the data from the given information. Once we got all the data from the given information, and then only you need to go for the questions. Why? Because to solve the problems based on the passage, first and foremost thing is you need to get all the values which are given in this information. Once you got all the values, then the problem solving is very easy. It is not a difficult task. Basically, whatever the problems that are asking in this passages, it may be ratio, or else it may be average, it may be, or else percentage, or else difference between any two values. Those kind of simple questions will ask for these kind of passages. But first and foremost thing is you need to get all the data from this given information. But each and every statement is very important. Understanding of each and every statement, that is the only thing that you need to focus on. See here, look at the information which is provided in this Caselet data interpretation. In a city level cricket match, 6 teams A, B, C, D, E, F participated. Total 6 teams are participating in a city level cricket match. Each of the teams scored different score in their individual match, and each and every team scores different scores. Now the information is starts at this position. Team A scores 256 runs. Team A scores 256 runs, which is 124 less than the twice the number of runs scored by C. So what he is saying, team A is 256 runs. Team A scores 256 runs, which is this particular value is 124 less than the twice the runs scored by team C. Twice the runs scored by team C, sorry, that is 2C. See here, team A is equal to 256, and this team A value which is also given as twice the runs scored by team C minus 124. Now from this, here you will get the value of team C. How it is? 2C, which is equal to A value is 256, right? So 256 plus 124. Now you just add these two. What you will get here? 250 plus 120, 370, 370 plus 10, 380. 2C is equal to 380, then C is equal to 190. Number of runs scored by team C, 190. Number of runs scored by team C, which is equal to 190. Team A 256, team C 190. And next one, total runs scored by B and D is 550. Total runs scored by B and D. B plus D, which is equal to 550. Which is equal to 550. Which is in the ratio of 2:3. It means B and D ratio, that is equal to 2:3. B and D ratio is given as 2:3. In terms of ratio, B and D is having all together 2 plus 3, total 5 parts. Now, according to the given information, 5 parts is equal to, what is the total sum of B and D scores together? 550, right? So 5 parts is equal to 550, then each part is equal to 110. Each part is equal to 110. Now if you look at this ratio, B is having 2 parts. So 2 into 110, 220. These are the runs scored by B. And next, coming to D. D is having 3 parts. 1 part is equal to 110. 3 parts is equal to 3 into 110, which is equal to 330. And next, these are the runs scored by team D. Now we got A, B, C, D. these four teams, how many runs scored? That one completed. And next one, team F scored runs equal to the average runs scored by A, B, C, D. Average of A, B, C, D, whatever the value which we are getting, that particular runs scored by team F. So, team F scores average of all the four teams of A, B, C, D. Average is nothing but sum of A, B, C, D divided by number of teams. Now you just calculate this value. First 256 plus 190 plus 220 plus 330. I am just adding all the four values divided by 4. Now from this f is equal to, here the units place is 6 and next tens place, here it is 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 5 10, 10 plus 9 19, 1 is carry forward, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 3 6 plus 3 9 divided by 4, which is equal to, here it is 2 times 8 and next 1 is left over 19, that is 4 times 16, 3 is left over 36, 36 means 9 times. Therefore, number of runs scored by F, which is equal to 249. Number of runs scored by team F, which is equal to 249. 5 teams are completed. Still we left over with only one team, which is E. That is also given. See, while runs scored by E is runs scored by E, which is equal to 3/5 of combined runs scored by B and D. Combined runs scored by B and D. So, here E is equal to 3/5 of B plus D. So, from this E is equal to, here B plus D value is given. What is B plus D value? 550, right? So, 3/5 of 550, which is equal to, here it is 110 into 3, that is equal to 330. Here number of runs scored by team E, which is equal to 330. Number of runs scored by team E, which is equal to 330. Now here we got all 6 teams runs scored by all 6 teams in a city level cricket match. Here team A scores 256, team B 220, team C 190, team D 330, team E, that is also 330, team F 249. These are the 6 values that we require to solve the problems based on this kind of information. Once look at the first question. See here, find the ratio between, here we need to calculate the ratio. Ratio between which two values? Here runs scored by team C and runs scored by team F. That is the ratio we need to calculate. C value is 190, runs scored by C 190 and runs scored by F, that is 249. I think these two values will not cancel. So the required ratio is 190 is to 249. Once look at the options, 190 is to 249, which is there at option A. Option A is the right answer for this question. Option A. Let us look at the second question. Here is the second question. Runs scored by A and B together is what percentage of runs scored by E and F together? Here A and B. A is 256, B is 220 and next C is 190, D is 330. Now write down all the values. Here C and D not required. A is 256, B is 220 and next C is 190, next D is 330 and next E. number of runs scored by E, which is equal to, that is 330, F 249. E is 330, F is equal to 249. Now here in this question, we need to take the ratio percentage of number of runs scored by. We need to calculate the percentage of number of runs scored by A and B together. That means this particular value A plus B is what percentage of total runs scored by E and F together, E plus F. Required percentage that we need to calculate, that is A plus B divided by E plus F into 100 percentage. That is the required percentage that we need to calculate. Now from this, take the values of A and B and E and F, substitute in this percentage. What you will get? Here A plus B 256 plus 220 divided by E value 330, F 249 into 100 percentage. Now the required percentage that we need to calculate. Here the sum of these two, units place is 6, 5 plus 2 7, tens place, and next 2 plus 2 4, 476. That is the numerator value. Coming to the denominator value, units place is 9, next tens place is 7, and next the hundreds place is 3 plus 2 5, 579 into 100 percentage, into 100 percentage. Okay, now here we need to calculate this particular ratio. I think better to go with approximations instead of going with exact value. Here I am taking 476 divided by 580 instead of 579. I am just taking that value as 580. Here 0 0 gets cancelled, and next here it is 229, and next 238 238 238 divided by 29 into 10, or else you just take it as multiply with 10. 2380 divided by 29. Once calculate this value, what you will get? Here it is here 238. How many times 29 8s are 29 8s are how much? Here 29 10s are 290 minus 29 2s are 58. Just subtract these two, 232, right? 232. So 8 times is 232. Still 6 is left over. 60. 60 means 2. 82 point something value. That means 82 point. Once look at the options. With 82 you will be having only one option, right? So directly your answer is 82.21 percentage. Here if you want to go with the exact answer, it is very difficult to get the result. Why? Because here the numerator is 476, denominator is 579. Instead of taking that calculation, better to go with the general approximation. Instead of taking 579, I am just taking that value as 580, just for calculation easiest method, right? So here 0 0 gets cancelled. After that I am just calculating general approach, that is 82.21 percentage. Even once you got up to the tens place value, it is not required to go with after the decimal digit. Why? Because here in 80s you will be having only two options. So your answer is either option B or else option D. But if you look at option E is cannot be determined. Obviously it is not the correct answer. Why? Because the reason is it is possible to calculate the answer, right? In case none of these option is there, you need to calculate the exact result of that particular question. Okay, now among the options, option D, that is 82.21 percentage, that is the required answer for this question, option D. Now look at the question number 3. Runs scored by A and D is how much more or less as comparing with the runs scored by C and F. Here runs scored by A and B and runs scored by C and F. That is the thing that we need to talking about. Here the runs scored by A 256, D 330. Whereas coming to C is 190, F is 249. Now look at this value. Here A plus D is equal to units plus 6, tens plus 8, next hundreds plus 5, 586. Whereas coming to this C plus F, units place is 9, tens place for 9 plus 4, that is 13. 1 is carry forward. 2 plus 2, 4, 439. Here we need to calculate that runs scored by A plus D. This particular value, how much more or less? Definitely 586 is more as comparing with 439. C and F runs scored. So we need to take the difference between those two. 586 minus 439. That is our required answer. Here 16 minus 9, that is 7. And next 7 is left over. 7 minus 3, 4. And next 5 minus 4, 1. 147. Runs scored by A and D. Runs scored by A and D is how much more or less than that of runs scored by C and F. So option 147, that is more. 147 more. That is the required answer for this question. Once look at the options, 147 is not there in any of the options, right? So you just go with option E, none of these. Option E is the right answer for this question. Why? Because here 147, that is the difference between those two values which is not given in the question. Here the runs scored by A and D is 147 more than that of runs scored by C and F. That is the meaning of that question. Option E is the right answer for this question. Now let us look at the fourth question. Here is the fourth question. Find the average runs scored by each of the given teams. See, we need to calculate the average. As we all know that average is equal to sum of observations. Average is equal to sum of observations divided by number of observations. Divided by number of observations. Sum of observations is nothing but sum of runs scored by all the teams. Sum of runs scored by all the teams divided by number of teams. Divided by number of teams. This is the this is the way how we are going to calculate the average of runs scored by each and every team. So the required average that we are going to calculate is sum of all the runs. Once go back to the previous slide and write down each and every team scores. See, for the time being I am just writing all the teams over here. A, B, C, D, E, F. These are the 6 values that we need to note it down. Here A 256, B 220, C 190, D and E 330 and F 249. Here first value A is equal to 256, B is equal to 220, C is equal to 190, D value and E value both are same 330 and F is equal to 249. Now we need to add all these values. Sum of the runs 256 plus 220 plus 190 plus 330 plus again 330 plus 249 divided by number of teams, total 6 teams that we have taken. So divided by 6. The required average is equal to, add all the values. Here units place 9 plus 6, 15. 1 is carry forward. Next 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 9, 17. 17 plus 3, 20. 23, 27. 27. 2 is carry forward. 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 3, 10. 10 plus 3, 13. 13 plus 2. 13 plus 2, that is 15. 1575 divided by 6. 1575 divided by 6. Now you just calculate the required answer. 6 2s are 6 2s are 12, and next 3 is left over, 37. 6 6 are 36, 1 is left over, 15. Again 6 2s are and next 3 is left over, right? And next 30. 30 means 6 5s are 262.50. Once look at the options. Among the options, 262.50, that is there at option B. Option B is the right answer for this question. Option B. Average of runs scored by each and every team, that is 262.5. Option B is the right answer for this question. Look at the last question in this session. Fifth one. Runs scored by team D is how much percentage more or less than the average runs scored by each of the given team. See, here D is equal to, we got D is equal to how much? 330. D is equal to 330. Whereas coming to the average, just now we calculated that average is equal to how much? 262.5. 262.5. Now, the question what is asking is runs scored by D is how much percentage more or less as comparing with average. As comparing with average, definitely this particular D is more only, right? D scores, team D scores 330, whereas average is 262.5. So you just calculate percentage more than. Percentage more than. How can you calculate percentage more than? Basically, percentage more than, which is nothing but difference between those two values divided by less value. Divided by less value. And whenever we are calculating percentage into 100, percentage symbol, that is a common thing, right? And next one is the required percentage more than is equal to difference between those two. 330 minus 262.5. So let us take this is 263. If it is 263, 37. 37 plus 30. 37 plus 30, 67. 67.5. Divided by less value. What is less value? 262.5 among those two. So into 100 percentage symbol, that is a common point. Now, here one decimal digit, both are cancelled. Now you need to cancel with the 25 table. 25 2s are 50. Next 175. 25 7 times. Again 25 table. 25 1s are, and next 1 is left over, 12 0. And next 125. 25 5s are. So 25 5s are. 125 means that is 105 into 25, that will gives you 2625. Now see here again you just cancel with 3 table. 3 9s are, and next 3 3s are, 3 5s are, 35. You can cancel with 5 table. 5 7s are, 5 20s are. So the required answer is 9 into 20, that is 180, divided by 7. This is the value that we need to calculate. 180 by 7. Here 7 2s are 14. 7 2s are 14. Still we left over with 4. 40. 40 means 7 5s are 35. Again 5 is left over, 50. 7 7s are 7 7s are 49. 1 is left over, 10. That means 7 1s are. So 25.71 percentage. 25.71 percentage. Here, according to the given question, he is asking us to calculate, according to the options, we need to calculate the answer up to 2 decimal digits. So the value of the runs scored by team D, which is 25.71 percentage more as comparing with the average of runs scored by each of the given teams. So the required answer for this question is 25.71. Among the options, 25.71 is there at option B. So the required answer for this question is option B. That is the required answer for this question. In this way, you need to solve the problems based on this model. Guys, I hope you understand each and every problem in this session. Thank you. Thanks for watching.